to make magical carpets. So we will need glue. I'm gonna use a glue stick, streamers or tissue paper. So I have yellow, green, blue, red, light green, purple as for my colors. I'm gonna use a scissor and construction paper and yarn. So I have two colors here. I'm gonna use the yellow and the red. And let's have fun. So I like to measure everything before I begin to glue. And I like to cut before I begin to glue just to have my patterns ready. So I'm gonna take the streamer and I'm gonna measure the length of the paper, take my scissor and cut. So I'm gonna make a straight, solid line. And then I'm gonna take my green. I'm also going to measure it and cut. And we're gonna do this with all the other colors. So I'm gonna do this with the red, with the yellow, with the purple, and with the light green. So I'm just going to keep cutting and measure the length of the paper. So I have my 5 pieces here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces that I cut. Now what we're going to do is cut away. So we're gonna cut it into shapes, okay? We're gonna do like a mountain kind of scenery. A zigzags. You can do some zigzags if you want. So you see how that's coming out? That's what I'm gonna do all across. So now that I finished cutting, this is how it turned out. So it looks like this. So you see the triangles? And now we're going to glue it on each side. So I'm gonna take my glue stick. I like to glue on the paper itself, the construction paper, because it's stronger than if I glue it on if I put the glue on the streamer, it's going to rip. So I'm gonna put a little bit of glue going across. Make sure you always cover your glue so it doesn't dry. And I'm gonna take one streamer, place it right in the edge. And pat it with your finger so it can stick. And if you have any leftover pieces, you just take your scissors and cut it. Make sure you save that piece to use it for extra designs. Okay. Now we're going to take the green and cut right in the middle, straight down the middle. To the blue, and you can save this piece and you can make it into a pattern. And now we're going to cut the yellow. I'm gonna make it in 2. So I'm cutting my yellow strip into triangles again, and the next one I'm gonna do waves. So make sure you cut very carefully. then you see how you have these triangles hanging. You can rip it really carefully. So you're gonna rip it very carefully. See? Just like that. So it should look like this. And now you're gonna take your scissor again and cut. So the space in between each streamer is of the length of your pinky. So you see that. So that's how you would measure the space between each streamer. So now we have here our yellow. So we're gonna use our pinky to measure the distance between each streamer. Okay, so then you can see it's just a pinky. And now we're going to add our glue again. So now we have the red streamer, and we're not gonna do anything to it. We're just going to glue, again with one pinky space in between, okay? So we're just going to glue our red streamer, or whatever color you're using at home. I decided to do the red one. So we're not gonna do anything. We're just going to paste it, and then we're gonna continue to use the purple one. And for this one, I'm going to make a little wave pattern. So now I'm done making the waves, and I'm going to once again take my glue stick and glue it. So now all I have left is the light green, and we are going to glue it. I would recommend that you use a glue stick, it's less messier. So I'm cutting the strip that I have left over here, the green one, into squares. So you can cut them into whatever shapes you want. I'm gonna cut them into squares, and then I'm going to glue them onto the red, onto the solid red one. Now I'm going to take the leftover yellow rectangles, and I'm gonna place them on top of the light green. So I'm gonna make the holes every 2 finger spaces. So I made one here, and I'm gonna count 1, 2 fingers and make another one. So I'm done making the yellow pattern. Now I'm gonna start with the red. So I did 1 red, 1 yellow, and I'm gonna go on.